many subscribers to OnlyFans do you have now?
In the thousands. I could have a lot more if I open like a free page, but everyone pays like $25 a month to be on there.
You make 6 figures a month on OnlyFans, don't you?
That would be selling.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was talking to a friend who put his girlfriend up on OnlyFans, and it is mind-blowing seeing what's going on with these simps. These simps are emptying out their bank accounts, giving all their money to this girl, and of course it's just going straight up through her into his pockets. And then what he does with this cash is he takes her out to these beautiful restaurants, these lovely golf courses, these nice hotels, makes love to her in the most beautiful scenic places, and then he just hands her the phone and gets her to take pictures of herself to make it look like she's by herself. He posts that stuff up on OnlyFans, and all these simps start throwing more money at them, and then they hire out someone from the Philippines for like $1 an hour and get them to answer the messages so they don't even have to talk to them. And then these simps are sitting there thinking that they're talking to the girl. What is going on? What is wrong with the world? God is looking down at Sodom and Gomorrah and saying, man, I gotta flood this place.
After watching a documentary that was basically an hour-and-a-half long commercial for OnlyFans, I'm compelled to share the dark side of what is being presented as easy money for women who are simply liberated enough to sign up. I know the opposing arguments, and I'm well aware of the rationale that it is better and safer than other areas of the commercial adult industry. I understand the lure and, for many, the pressure. As economic hardship, isolation, disconnection, and our culture's normalization of intersex, more and more people are being enticed into this space of selling intimacy. And let me be clear, this is not meant to shame or judge women who have an OV. As an observer of the commercial adult industry, I want to share some of the potential downsides with those women who are thinking of starting one and have the privilege of choice. On the surface, starting an OnlyFans might seem like a simple thing. Turn on your camera, post a pic or a video, get some subscribers and make some money. In reality, this is a serious decision that can have a lasting impact on women's heart, mind, and future. I know this because I have talked to several survivors of the commercial adult industry, and I have spent nearly 2 decades walking alongside other women as they fight to find healing and freedom from the adult industry. We will go through 10 effects of OnlyFans and reasons why women and girls should avoid the temptation to make easy money through selling themselves to strangers on the internet. 1. Screenshots, piracy, and leaked images. There is no way of preventing this. It is practically inevitable. I've heard story after story of people's videos and pictures being leaked, shared, and even sold to other adult sites without the creator's consent or knowledge. There are even networks of OnlyFans subscribers who buy and sell content to each other and to other adult sites. Not to mention, it is only a matter of time before co-workers, friends or family members end up seeing something you never intended them to see. 2. You will always be asked to do more, and you probably will. This is a known reality of the commercial adult industry. It is so easy to get sucked into the black hole of demand for you to show more, do more, and push past whatever boundaries you may have established for yourself. It is almost inevitable one day you will wake up and realize the money and pressure drove you further than you ever thought you would go. You will have wasted your life and guilt will consume you. 3. The money isn't as easy as most women think. Some high-profile creators might make a lot of money, but this is not the norm for most people. And even if you do make good money at first, you will always have to up your game to keep making money, as we have seen in point number 2. This is the economy of the adult industry. The money is fleeting and unreliable. You will have it one day, then the next. You end up chasing it, doing more than you ever thought you would to get the next dollar. We have already seen this in other forms of amateur adult content. New girls can make a little lump of money, but once the novelty wears off, it's either go big or go home. With the market getting more and more saturated with content creators, especially females, this whole dilemma will only get worse. This is exactly what we have seen in mainstream adult content. Most professional adult performers that I know found themselves sucked into a spiral of doing more hardcore content for less and less money, and eventually turning to escorting to make ends meet. This is one of the reasons there are such high rates of substance abuse in the commercial adult industry. Many find that the only way they can cope is to get high. 4. There is a cost to becoming an amorous object. When people pay you money to gratify them, they gain a sense of entitlement to you. Some even feel like they own a piece of you. You are no longer a person, you are a product. I've never heard anything viler, crude, abusive, and degrading than comments from people who believe someone exists for their personal gratification. Essentially, becoming an object is an experience of being dehumanized. When you think about it, some of the most atrocious acts in human history have been committed as a result of dehumanizing another person or people group. And trust me, being viewed and treated this way can have both immediate and long-lasting effects. 5. Harassment is a job requirement. You can't just post photos and videos of yourself and expect to rake in the money. You will be expected to constantly interact with your subs. They won't just be in your messages telling you how beautiful you are and asking how your day is going. You will be harassed more intensely than you can probably imagine. You will be pressured to perform acts you probably never knew existed by people who are caught deep in the throes of intense addiction. People you would never even want to spend 1 second with outside of the context of OFUNs. You will get called names and be vilely criticized. It's not just harassment, it's abuse. There are a few things more important than who you choose to surround yourself with. It is important to consider, is this what you want in your ear and in your life, day in and day out? 6. Stalkers. There are people out there who will research your public and private information in order to broadcast it to others. A practice called doxing. It is not uncommon for OFUNs content creators to have their name, location, and identifying photos leaked, making them especially susceptible to stalkers and people with other ill intentions. 7. It can interfere with your goals. What you do on OFUNs may disqualify you from certain careers in the future, such as working with children or working for government agencies that require background checks. Not to mention, it is very difficult to prevent current and future co-workers and classmates from eventually finding out. 8. It will change you, trust me. After just one night working in the club, the way most women see themselves, the world around them changes instantly and dramatically. The damage continues to escalate over time. They become a compilation of other people's fantasies, eventually completely lost touch with who they truly were. Each night, they gave a piece of themselves away until there was nothing left to give. Your capacity for intimacy and ability to have healthy relationships will likely be profoundly impacted. It is hard not to believe that someone would value you for who you are as a person, and not what you can do for them amorously. It takes a lot of time and hard work to recover from this. 9. You can't take it back. Once you do it, you can't take it back. Even if you close your account as fast as you opened it, the moment you post those videos and images will be out there for people to find. 10. Even if money is good, the price is high. This is an industry that uses you, chews you up, sucks you dry, and spits you right back out. And all you are left with is the trauma to process. I have seen women in their 60s and 70s working to heal and recover from having worked in the adult industry. Sadly, I have also seen those who never recovered. The bottom line is that you are worth more. You are worth more than the dehumanization, degradation, and objectification that OFUNs and the commercial adult industry have to offer you. Immorality has been around as long as time itself. OFUNs is not the first, and definitely won't be the last avenue through which selling intimacy has been made to look alluring and profitable. The supply remains only as long as the demand remains, and in some cases, women seemingly feel they have no other choice. However, it is our responsibility to do what we can to make sure that these women don't get taken advantage of and become the subject of abuse. It's too easy to condemn commercial adult workers while doing nothing to help them provide for themselves in other ways, or to use them to satiate our lust while alone in the quiet of our rooms late at night. The rise of OFUNs is clearly a reflection of the moral compass of our society. However, our individual actions are a part of society, and if a change is to happen, it needs to start with us. What do you think? Do you know anyone working in OnlyFans or the adult industry? How is their life going? Tell us down in the comments. Remember to subscribe and activate the notifications bell. Thank you for watching.